Alright, hopefully a quick video. Just thought I'd ask a couple of questions to Anekantavad, who never answers questions, who just sits there and does his spiel. And it's sort of I find it annoying because it just sounds like a kind of a blow your own horn kind of spiel. Like I am the grandest of the independent thinkers and I question everything. It's no point in questioning things if you don't answer the questions. That's the tricky part. So let me ask you a couple of questions. What's your response to the, let's say we say that all there really is evolution, crude forces. We have this property of replication, okay, that exists on planet Earth and is not common chemistry. We can say that is a minimum. It's very rare chemistry. And the chemistry creates this replicating little devices, and this, once the replication starts, the natural selection kicks in. They just turn into a gladiator war to, to reproduce for the sake of reproducing. No other purpose but that. Okay, so that question, that is in questioning the premise of most all human thought. Most all presumptions of human organisms walking on Earth right now have a premise different than that. They don't think they are just being manipulated by a DNA molecule's modifications through time. So what do you say to that, if that's the truth? What do you think that means? Alright, let's add the context. The further second question, would be, I say the words, precious commodities controlled by crude forces. So that would be the consequence of the answer to the first question. What are we? Purposeless victims of a replicating molecule. Now we move through evolution, where we've acquired sentience, we've acquired the ability to feel, to suffer, and now we're being manipulated as precious entities that have a welfare, that need comforting. And yet we still live in a crude universe of crude forces. And even in the cultures we've created, because of this lack of knowledge of this simple truth, that we have precious commodities being controlled by crude forces, humans have done little to mitigate against the cruelty, the unfairness, the injustice, the arbitrariness, the sloppiness with which these precious commodities are being juggled and manipulated and thrown against brick walls, essentially. So you have this dilemma of something very precious, like a kitty, little kitty, and it's in this precarious position, very dangerous place. It's in the chopping machine industry place. It's in the place where papers get smashed and crushed and pounded, like a cartoon. I remember those cartoons like that. Little kitty gets lost in the machinery and it doesn't get all cut up because some miracle happens, and the thing trying to save it ends up getting smashed and put into a little box. But anyway, so how do you deal with that as a truth, if that's the answer to the question? And do you have some alternative answer to these questions? So the first question is origins, just a replicating molecule. The second question is purpose or meaning, which is precious commodities being controlled by crude forces. If these are the answers to these questions of origins and purpose, what's your response? What's your alternative answers? Thank you.